Who says thrift finds can't be fabulous? Watch me give these boring thrifts a stylish makeover, turning a basic skirt into a trendy bag and the most boring gown into a cute skirt. It's all about seeing the potential where others don't. Let's flip the script on fashion. How is that? This is my first time doing a thrift flip, so I decided to use a tote bag I had as a guide. After placing the tote bag on the skirt, I used decoration fluid to mark the place where I wanted to do the cutting, leaving 1 inch space for the sewing. I just want to let you know that I'm nervous about doing this. Once I put my scissors through the skirt, there's no going back. I don't know if this is just me, but I feel so much joy cutting this. Oh my god, I feel so happy. Like, I just finished cutting it and woo! I am excited. This is what it currently looks like now that I'm done cutting it. I didn't cut out the entire thing. Oh my god! Are you getting the vibes I'm getting from this? After cutting up the skirt, I had this very wild idea. What if I can turn it into a jacket instead of a tote bag? So I proceeded to sew it in such a way that it has hands and can pass for a jacket. Well, it all came out wrong. My hands can't even go in. Unless I plan to wear it in this month. Looking back now, I believe I would have succeeded in turning it into a jacket if I had stitched it differently. But I'm still very glad I proceeded to turning it into a tote bag because I can get more use from a tote bag than I can from a jacket. If I'm going to be entirely honest with you, hand stitching is not my calling, but since I don't have a sewing machine, I just have to do it. I mean, I could have chosen another method to sew it, but I decided to choose a back stitch. Like when you use a back stitch, it looks as if you use machine to sew it. And that was why I decided to choose this stitch. This is what it looks like so far. If I finish making this bag, I'm definitely selling it for $500,000. Big dreams. So I have some good news. I'm finally done stitching one side. Thank you. It's a great honor to actually show you this. I am done stitching one side. Yay! Okay, I know you're probably wondering why I left the allowance on the outside. I want to make rough edges for the bag. My needle just broke. So after 3 hours of sewing, I'm done with the two sides. So here is the plan I have for stitching up the underside. I don't want to leave this dress for the under part of it, so I'm going to turn it inside out and I'm going to sew the wrong side of it instead of the right side. This is the side I stitched. This is what it looks like on the inside. It looks quite seamless. Is that the way? I'm going to stitch it up like this on this side. I'm done stitching the under part. So this is what I have. Does it look any different from what it looked like before I started this whole process? So I need to sew this place like this. Fold it up and sew it. I think I've done all the sewing that I need to do. I don't know if I did a good job. I'm not really satisfied with what I did. So I'm just going to go ahead now and use my needle to give this bag a distress. Hello there. So it's been over 2 months since the last time I worked on this project. So you guys remember this bag, right? So I was working on this project in April before we started exam and I went home and I couldn't complete it. But I am back from the cutting I did in the skirt. This is the only gym material I have remaining, and it won't be enough to do the bag, and so I decided to buy this stuff? Wisdom, right? I'm very wise. It's actually very thick and strong. So from the measurement I took from the other bag, I'm going to measure out how long I want the bag handle to be. I don't want it to be too long or too short, so I'm just... Okay, so this is 26. I measured out 26. I'm going to check it to see if that is the right length for the handle. So I was able to cut out the two bag handles. What I'm going to do now is sew it into the bag, and basically the bag will be ready. Okay guys, so I've just finished adding the handles, and this is what it looks like right now. Okay, so I'm planning to crochet something to cover up this stuff I did here. I wanted to do this thing I did here on this part, but it wasn't working out, so I ended up with something looking this weird. So what I want to do now is I want to make a crochet eye. I don't know if I'll end up doing that, but I want to do a crochet stuff and add it here. I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. Alright. Okay, so this is going to be the second clothing material that I'm going to be flipping in this video. I'm flipping it because I don't like the way the hand looks. So I'm going to turn the gown into a skirt. From the design of the gown, I already knew where I wanted to cut out, so I proceeded to cut that part out. Okay, so now that I'm done cutting it off the way I want, I'm going to use this stuff to do the waist part of the skirt. I've tried it on and it fits my waist, so I'm just going to sew this part around and figure out how to put it inside, or maybe watch a tutorial on how to do that. To fix the elastic band, I folded the waist of the skirt and used my stitch marker to hold it in place, then proceeded to sewing it. Compared to sewing the gym material I did before this project, this was a piece of cake. It was so easy to do. So I just finished sewing and this is what it looks like. I left a little opening here where I'm going to follow to add my elastic band. To add the elastic band to the skirt, I'm supposed to use a safety pin and put it at the tip of the elastic band and use it to put it in the skirt. But since I don't have a safety pin, I'm going to try to use my stitch marker to get that effect. After adding the elastic band, I stitched up the two ends of the elastic band together and closed up the skirt. And hoo la la, the skirt was ready. If you'd like to see me style this skirt on the bag, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.